Happy New Year, everyone! Happy Advent! I am so excited to share with you guys all about the Advent season, what I'm doing for Advent, and everything good in between. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine, and today we're going to be talking about Advent. All right, so Advent, it is the beginning of the new liturgical year. I absolutely love Advent. One of the first things you need to know about Advent is the Advent Wreath. It is 4 candles, 3 purple, 1 pink, rose colored, right? So the 3 violet candles, they represent 4 things. The first candle, the first purple candle, is hope. It is the hope candle. Pray for hope. This is really a time where you're preparing yourself. This is right, Advent. What is the actual definition of the word Advent? Awaiting an important person, right? We're awaiting our Savior, Jesus Christ. Hope. Prepare yourself. Jesus will come again. I know sometimes it feels like, oh my gosh, what is happening in the world? Where Jesus, where are you? I promise you, Jesus will come again. It's going to be so worth it. So that is our hope candle. The second candle is the Bethlehem candle, right? The second week of Advent. During this week, I want you guys to think about Joseph and Mary traveling from Nazareth to Bethlehem. All right, that was not an easy trip. Yeah, they probably were in a caravan, so that would have helped a little bit, but let's face it, Mary was pregnant. That's just not comfortable, right? Even if you're pregnant with the Savior of the world, I don't think she was very comfortable. If you are single like I am, to pray for your future spouse, right? Pray for your future Saint Joseph if you're waiting for a husband. Pray for your Mary if you're waiting for Mary. And if you are already married, then pray for your spouse. This week, I want you guys to pray for your vocations and pray for your spouses, your future spouses, all that good stuff. The third week, right? The rose candle, the Godot candle. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Godot. I keep hearing different pronunciations, so I'm not 100% sure. That is the shepherd candle. Who were the first people to venerate Jesus? A lot of people think it was the 3 kings. It was not the 3 kings. They came much later. The first people to venerate Jesus on that night were the shepherds. When the angels and the star and all that good stuff, they were the first ones to come and see Jesus. The humblest of humble people, shepherds, were the first ones to come and see Jesus, the first ones to stand before the King of the universe. So remember to be humble this week. If you are struggling with that, if you're very proud, try the litany of humility. If you are not where you want to be in your career, ask for humility. If you have fallen in your career, ask for humility. All this stuff is things that need to be learned, things that need to be practiced. I know pride is something that I definitely struggle with, just like everybody else. Definitely take this week to hone in on humility and walk with the shepherds, you know? Jesus, a lot of people get confused. Why would Jesus be the king when he is a human, right? God in 3 persons. God humbled himself and came down in the form of man. And I love it. So that we would be able to follow him. So we would be able to understand. Tap into humility this week. Pray for humility. The 4th candle, the angel candle. If you do not have a personal relationship with your guardian angel, I recommend that you get one. I can't tell you how many times I am driving or I'm in a slightly scary situation, albeit like, you know, walking around at night or something like that, where maybe I'm like, okay, this might not have been the best idea, or I have a near miss in a car accident, something crazy like that. Pray to your guardian angel, right? You need their protection at all times. So seriously, I recommend during this week especially, develop a nice relationship with your guardian angel. If you're waiting for your spouse, maybe say a prayer to Saint Raphael. All these good things. Angels are great, you guys. Gotta love them. Another word about Advent wreaths. So if you're thinking, what was this wreath? How did this come into existence? So Advent wreaths were started in Germanic countries before Christ. This was a pagan tradition that Christians recaptured and brought into the church. That's really cool. That's something very interesting about Christianity, is they're known for reclaiming certain pagan traditions and reforming it into our faith. So Germanic people were really into wreaths and lighting candles in the colder months in preparation for the warmer months. Then the Christians started to use these candles for Advent, and by the Middle Ages, that is when this became a tradition throughout all of Western Europe. So a little history lesson for you guys out there. This is a time of preparation, just kind of like Lent, although Lent you're walking in the desert with Jesus. This time during Advent, I like to think of myself as walking with Joseph and Mary, waiting for the King of the universe to be born, waiting for our Savior, Jesus Christ. Maybe take this time to develop a deeper relationship with Joseph and Mary if you do not have one. You can start the Consecration book. if you are starting the consecration books today, you can double up on a few days and still finish by Christmas. It is a great way to pay tribute to Jesus is through his mother and his adoptive father, Joseph. So I'll link in the description below the two consecration books that I highly recommend, 33 Days to Morning Glory and the St. Joseph consecration book. They're awesome. But for me personally this Advent, I'm going to be doing the St. Andrew Novena. If you need to learn more about the St. Andrew Novena, you can watch my video on it here. It is a novena prayer marathon. I love it. I have done it for 2 years, did it 2 years already. This will be my 3rd year doing it. And all of my intentions have been answered through this novena. It is great. Definitely watch the video if you have not already. So that is what I will be doing. I am also trying to go to Mass every single day of Advent. I already go to daily Mass, but I'm not very strict about it. For example, if I have a meeting come up, I will just not go to Mass that day. If I have a meeting during lunchtime, I will just not have a Mass that day because I go to Mass during lunchtime. So now I'm gonna be stricter about it. If a meeting is on my calendar for that time or for whatever reason I cannot go to Mass at noon, I'm going to try and go to Mass in the morning or at night so that I do not miss Mass during Advent. I'm very excited. You receive so many graces by going through to the Eucharist. And I really recommend, if you are going to daily Mass, really think of people, maybe make a list of people that you want to offer up the Masses for. Because you can do that. Like I always go to Mass, then I offer up my Eucharist for someone that I am thinking of. So definitely highly recommend coming up with a list of people that you think need your prayers, that maybe need their Masses offered, and you don't necessarily need to buy Masses, but if you go to Mass and receive the Eucharist, you can still offer that up for people. It's awesome. It's a really great way to give presents that they cannot see during Advent. Absolutely love it. So really the Advent season is your preparation time, and then Christmas is your celebration. Christmas is when Jesus was born. Of course, I have my points set out already. I don't have my Christmas decorations up yet. They will be up soon. But you can, of course, put up your Christmas decorations during Advent. That is totally fine, as long as it's all things preparing you for Jesus. As long as you are being prepared for the arrival of Jesus, you're good. If you could let me know in the comments below, what are you guys doing for Advent this year? And if you could give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe and hit the bell. The YouTube algorithm is really wacky these days. I've noticed that if one of my videos doesn't do well, then the rest of the videos don't do well for a while. They don't get as many impressions. So I really need you guys, if you want to see my videos, to subscribe to them and help out the algorithm. That just is so awesome, and I really appreciate it. I just bought a camera for myself because it was Black Friday, and I am struggling so much with the settings. I feel like this is good lighting, but this is the second time I'm recording this video because the first time the lighting was so atrocious I couldn't point it out. So I'm still learning all the settings, still figuring out this camera, and of course I don't have lights yet. I should have bought lights, but I've got the nice natural light coming in right now, and I have to record these videos so much earlier because it gets dark so much earlier. So you guys didn't need to know all that about YouTube, but if you have stayed with me this long through my whole ramble, you better subscribe because you just want to get more content like this. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'm not the best about posting on Instagram, but when I do, I promise you, it's very good content. All right, you guys, if you have stayed till the end of this, I love you. Thanks so much. Happy Advent, Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.